Run.
Eberflus can coach now.
Yeah.
Coincidentally.
You got good players?
We knew about that. Yeah, it helps when you've got somebody who can actually do it. Okay, so on the offensive side, there's obviously people know about the two great receivers in CD and George Pickens, but what's something that this Dallas offense does in the play action game that really nobody else does?
Yeah, I don't see anybody else doing it. I kind of call it like this B-gap, stretch zone, play action chunk game. And what I mean by the B-gap is the A-gap is in between the center and the guard, and they'll go on this very long play fake and see where Dak is initially. He's on the hash, right? So here's this under center stretch zone meeting down to the bottom of the screen. They pull the center to protect the backside. Look where he sets up. He's in between the guard and the tackle essentially. So they've stretched you from a pocket both horizontally and vertically, and then there's that big in. That's how they create some of their chunks. I like the fact they can do it out of the gun too. This time in the gun, there's that center pull, but see where Dak is when he makes the fake. And now see where he goes and sets up. He's already outside the hash. So once again, he's in that in between the center or the guard and the tackle location. There's another huge throw down the field. So I'm watching this team just stretch defenses. This time it's a ball fake to the jet motion. See how far he is from the defensive line now, both vertically but also just width-wise. Now the defense is so worried, and it's a check down to Turpin. I don't see teams. I see teams going underneath the center. Quarterback takes it from behind the center, and he sets up on his. They're stretching so far, and it's not keepers. It's throwing it back across the field.
Were you now watching the gun play action stuff, which is great, as you highlighted it, and thinking, man, I bet Philly wishes they could do some of that.
Yeah.
And for next, but Clayton Adams, who's their run game coordinator, I have to think he's involved in some of this because the run and the pass look so much like each other. Philadelphia.
Hello.
Okay, Lions, let's go to the matchup here. If they play man coverage, that's a death wish against this team. And we know they play a ton of man coverage. We know they blitz a lot. You can't do that against Dallas. You got to just try to stop the bleeding and play for red zone stops. I was looking at which team played them the best. It was actually the Arizona Cardinals, who just played a ton of quarters. They play a ton of quarters normally. Light boxes, dared them to run it, put extra bodies in coverage. That's really your best chance against these Dallas receivers because they're so dominant and because the quarterback is so good against pressure. So big challenge for Kelvin Shepard. That's a pretty strong identity shift from what they normally do, but I think it's necessary for this game because you have no other choice.
And you make a great point. Sharpe has stuck with the run game even when he's been successful pushing the ball down the field. I think that's going to be big for him as well.
It's just so funny. You brought up Arizona. Like, it wasn't that long ago. They lost to Arizona at home. And then now look at how we're talking about this team. The Cowboys favored in 4 of their remaining 5 games, according to ESPN Analytics. That's what Jerry's talking about. Okay, new on NFL Live from Adam Schefter for the second straight day. This is something important for this game. Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown did not practice today due to that sprained ankle he suffered on Thanksgiving. Something to monitor certainly as we get closer to Thursday night's game. We'll continue to bring you updates on St. Brown throughout the rest of the
that you guys had on Sunday have been the issues all season. Why have the answers to those issues been so elusive?
Because those same ingredients have produced 6 wins as well as 6 losses. And so, it's about how we cook it this week.
He answered that really well.
He always does.
Question. He does. Okay, let's continue on here with the AFC North picture. Ahead of their pivotal meeting in Baltimore this Sunday, ESPN Analytics favors the Ravens to win the AFC North over the Steelers. Baltimore has won 5 of its last 6 games. However, it's coming off an 18-point loss to Cincinnati with Joe Burrow returning on Thanksgiving night. That marks the second largest loss of Lamar Jackson's career. Lamar and the Ravens just made this division race a lot more interesting with their loss to Cincinnati last week. But Dan, what's going on with Lamar's production these last couple of weeks? We wondered, is he hurt? What's happening?
He's got the same kind of misses as J.J. McCarthy does. And we've talked about the J.J. McCarthy misses, and you go, how? When you watched Lamar last week, you're seeing guys get open, and he's missing them by 2-3 yards. This is an out route to Zay Flowers. He's wide open. That ball misses by a good yard. Then you're going to get Mark Andrews on an out route underneath the center. The defender falls down. He misses that by another 1.5 yards. Then he's going to get likely on a crosser. This is probably the most glaring one.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's won 17 MVPs. He misses that throw by 10 yards. Yes, he hasn't been healthy running the football. Some of the turnovers, the holding on to the football and then the decision making, that guy's wide open on the in route and Lamar just doesn't throw it. And so I watched and I'm like, mechanically, Lamar's never been this mechanical, technician, and I'm trying to figure out why. I don't know. It's just the misses are jarring when it comes to how bad they are.
It looks like a shooter in a slump. And it's like he's trying to be like guiding it, not playing just freely. Like Lamar is at his best when he's playing free.
Sure.
And we've commended him on his passing and how he's progressed in that area. This team just they almost look stuck, almost like seemingly. You look at the run game. I know Derrick Henry had the touchdown down the sideline, but then it went back to getting stopped in the backfield.
Yeah.
It went back to
There's a yard.
Yeah, a yard.
Yard.
So again, I don't know offensively if it's the offensive line is different, but I don't know if it's just not. They just not explosive.
Marcus, this team was historical in offense.
That's what I'm saying, Dio.
3/4 of the season.
They were explosive. Keaton Mitchell is the explosive element to this offense right now. And I know you want Derrick Henry in the game, and I know you want to feed him more touches, but you got to find a way to get him more touches because right now that's showing up to be the most explosive element to your offense, and especially if Lamar is not feeling like Lamar normally does, you got to come up with that. Y'all, that was the answer when things went wrong for Baltimore.
Lamar.
Now let's get Lamar. Let's use his legs. Let's figure out how to let him free other people up.
All right.
Just look stuck.
So I'm looking at this matchup, the Pittsburgh Steelers. We just saw them get run, same play, over and over. So I'm watching that and thinking, can the Ravens do something similar? The Ravens don't really run duo. That's not their game. So you mentioned Keaton Mitchell. They have to go into this game with a mission. Everybody on this team is a blocker. We just watched those Steelers corners get thrown out the club, right? Like, we got to come into this. And I will say this, Lamar, on a couple design runs, did look a little bit healthier last week.
He had 2 runs,
He's got to be a big part of this run game as he figures out whatever's going in the passing game, because this is about matchups, and we know what to exploit here.
Yeah.
And Zay Flowers had him a little pancake.
He's quietly like a decent blocker.
I would love for Keaton Mitchell to get more touches because Derrick, right now, their run game is okay in this box-to-box type, tackle-to-tackle. There's nothing stretching really speed-wise in the perimeter. I agree with the run game, though. Until Pittsburgh tells you and shows you defensively, we won't stand up, everybody, as tall as we can to defend a run, you got to make them stop it.
That's a good point. Give people something exactly to look for in the game. Mina for that. All right, one more thing before we go, and Mina and I don't know anything about this because we are no